I know you must be wondering what's happening. Don't worry. I'm just holding down the fort for your faves. And I know you must have seen me before, but most of you don't know this already, so I'm going to say it. Hi. Welcome to Is It Scripted podcast? And officially, I want to introduce myself as one of the co-hosts now.
Yay!
Very excited. And to also formally introduce myself, my name is Odafe Umofo. I'm an independent filmmaker and media exec. And now I'm a podcaster. Love it.
Yeah,
Hi, guys.
I'm a living human being. I do breathe in oxygen and the rest of it, but whatever.
I love Jonathan for his shades.
I love the bio. How you
Love
doing?
it. I'm doing good.
What's that now? See, I don't. We can't start this thing. What's it? Are you? What's this?
Oh, God, talk normal.
I didn't talk normal now. You want me to see PG? I make I. But how you doing?
I'm doing great.
How
I'm
does
doing
it feel
great.
to join the big leagues?
Well, big leagues, yeah, right. Anyway. But guys, I'm serious. What the big leagues? Don't joke. Don't play.
You're playing
Don't
with us
play.
too much.
Don't play. Anywho, I'm doing really, really good. I think that, there's been a lot of back and forth, especially with me and the producer. But, finally, I'm excited to be here. I'm really, really excited to be here.
Yeah, our producer, though. How are you doing, Ladaya?
I'm good. I'm fine.
I like your look today. It's giving. I don't want to stress myself.
Yeah, very bougie.
African girl giving. I just said to go.
What's the story behind your hair? Tell us. I love it. I actually
feel
love
like
it.
I know the story.
Genuinely, I love it.
The story.
Sure.
I wanted to connect back to my
Your
African
roots.
Ah!
Oh my head.
Now when girls broke, they won't connect to roots.
Now you sabi.
Now you sabi, no. All right, last week we talked about The Mole, and this week we'll be talking about The Bachelor. The 29th season, actually.
You're a bachelor.
Yeah, you know it's springtime. It's springtime. Why they call that thing? You don't marry. Springtime.
What?
I'm dying.
We're all single till we're married. So we're talking about
I'm not
the
single anyways. I'm not married, but I'm not single.
We're actually all single till we're married. When you're filling a form for immigration, what will you put there?
What if you don't want to get married?
But what will you put there is what I'm asking.
What will you put there?
Yeah, filling a form for immigration.
Single, married.
Divorced.
Therefore, I would put married.
You would?
As if I have a partner, I would put
You have
married.
to bring a certificate, to prove that you are married.
You don't have to.
You actually
I know you have to, but like filling forms, of course, single, but then still.
That's what I
I'm
mean
not
by single till we're married. According to the law, we're all
finalized
single.
it, you're single.
That's
No, I'm not. I'm not.
No, continue.
All right, so we're going to be reviewing the 29th season of The Bachelor, an interesting series. How you guys, what's your take on it, you guys?
I don't like the show.
Jesus Christ.
Are we allowed to say that?
We're reviewing.
You don't like
we're
it?
allowed to say that.
Okay.
You don't like it as well?
Show, but then...
You don't?
I hate the show.
That's a strong word.
No, see, not like I like.
So there's a good reason why I hate the show. I'm a wicked feminist, right? I'm sorry I didn't introduce myself as that. I can't stand a show where a man is the prize. Will never work.
Why?
Can't work with me.
You don't like to be a prize?
So I hate the show because, one, I'm a wicked feminist and I just can't stand a show where a man is the prize.
So you don't like to be a prize?
I'm non-binary, guys. Technically, I'm not a man.
Okay.
Nigerians will hate me for this, but I'm sorry. Anyways, but this particular season of The Bachelor, I think, he dated 25 women, right?
Yeah.
And the entire idea...
But technically, you didn't date all of them because not many of them had the opportunity to.
Technically, they all dated. Like, that's the idea. They all had,
the idea, actually.
Yeah, so, I think, it's an idea that people are falling in love with. Seeing a man picking... it's something that we even do in our movies here.
Pick me.
The old pick me situation. And then a lot of women throwing themselves at that man. Technically, on this show, they didn't throw themselves at the man, but then they went above and beyond to win the prize, which is nice. And that would take me to their entrance.
Yeah.
What did you think about their entrance?
Their entrance was, very beautiful. Everybody had, like a unique... They wanted to make an impression, first time impression.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason why I do not like the show is because, like you said, the man is the prize. But then, 25 women on one man were trying to, like, who are you? Are you God? Are you Jesus? No. So then the fact that you have like 25 women in a particular space competing, because that's what
Yeah, they were
everybody's
competing,
doing.
yeah.
Everybody's competing for the guy to actually pick.
Mm-hmm.
Then is the love at the end of the show, is it real?
Mm.
Because having to have 25 women in a particular space in a space of 3 months, because it started in January and it ended in March. In the space of 3 months, even people that are in a normal relationship for 7 years, they never even know one, and they don't
Yeah.
know their self. Do you
Right,
understand?
right.
And then having to be in a space for 3 months and picking one person from 25 women. How are you sure that the love is genuine? How are you sure that the love is actually real? I understand that, you work with connection and things like that, but then you have connection with, let's say
Multiple women.
17. Let's say 17 women out of the 25 women, because I think the first episode, about 4 people left, or
6.
6 people
Six
left.
people, yeah.
So let's just say the remaining people, like, how would you have, you're here and you're saying you have a connection with this person. I feel something here, I feel something here, I feel something here. You feel something like 10 different places. So how are you sure that this person is actually the real person? And then the fact that a lot of things were going on that show, that's not just me. Maybe because in the American setting, or in the space, it's not the African thing where you go on a date, and on the first date where you want to pick who is the best. I know we have shows like that in Nigeria where you have like one guy and like 10 other girls,
Yeah.
and then you get to talk to them,
See what they like, pick their brain.
Yeah, but that's more like speed dating. So like, it's still better in a way, because like nobody's telling you have to marry the person. Do you understand what I mean?
But you're not all over the person's face.
Exactly,
like,
yeah.
on the first
You
date.
guys, Faith just had a problem with their kissing.
Now 6 on the first date, you just 6 girls, like the
6
same mouth.
women.
No,
I mean,
see.
so I respect the idea of the show, because like it's a very, very respected and loved show in the US. They are obsessed with the show. So I respect the idea of the show. I mean, like in a patriarchal society like the one we live in today, that show would definitely fly. But my problem was how the women, it was very easy for the women to become quote unquote mediocre. Because why did you come with a placard of his face? What are you doing, Sarafina? What are you
Alex
doing, Sarafina?
Sarafina.
What are you
This
doing?
one that came with the donkey.
Why did you do that?
There's a llama. No,
Alex came with a llama.
Llama, yeah.
Yeah, Juliana came with the cannoli.
Yeah.
I think that was very cute.
And then there's
You know, when I saw her and then they had a bite, I'm like, oh my god, this is cute.
the wedding planner that
very
came with
cute.
a cake, and then this other girl
Oh, no.
that came with a shooting gun.
So let me tell you something. The wedding planner that came with a cake, her name is Savannah. I'm dying. Immediately I saw her walking with the cake, I wrote something down on my notes. I'm coming. I wrote, Savannah, slow down. Exactly what I said.
You know,
Why?
here's the thing.
What are you doing?
Chill. I think you guys are missing the point. You know, apart from the fact that they came, like the entry was to make an impression, it's a show. It's on Showmax. They are likely to. They are also showcasing themselves and what they do. You know, the lady that came in with what's that thing that they hold in the bar and stuff?
Nightclub server.
The nightclub thingy.
Yeah.
She's also marketing herself.
Yeah.
The one that came with the cake, the one
She's
that
a
came
wedding
with the
planner.
shooting gun. You know, she's a wedding planner. You know, these
Yeah.
sorry, that act, you know, the first impression thing, it can also be like, okay, here's who I am, like a formal
what I
introduction
do.
of themselves to the world as well.
Yeah.
Because you know she's a wedding planner. What if I just want to, you know, okay, I saw her on the show, I saw that she was XYZ. I think I want to make her like, you know, a
I mean,
client
like,
and
I do
stuff.
respect
There's
that.
But here's also my take on first impression. You guys have been giving your take on first impression, and you know, I've not had a chance to speak.
Because they sang in the
No, chill. Shut up your bloody mouth. I cried when I was watching the first episode. Actually,
Oh,
Here's
that's
the thing.
very cute.
I didn't cry because of their first impressions. You know, I am very, very. I'm a detailed person. I see like asymmetry and all the rest of that. Like when something is on
Everything
the wall
you're saying,
and
we know and we
it's not straight.
understand.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
there's something on the wall and it's not
I
straight.
just
See,
got information now,
What did
and
she say?
yeah,
What did-
I'm
what-
so sorry.
Yeah, I'm done.
That's fine.
Cards. But here's the thing, right? I loved how the producers and the organizers of the show properly edited the show. Like every moment had the soundtrack to it. I'm very big on the music that comes with any kind of visuals that's on screen.
Yeah.
I remember Ludwig Göransson of Black Panther. I remember how just an arrangement and an original score of the song got Grammys for. Got a Grammy for just that particular soundtrack.
Yeah.
Do you get how music tells a story in in motion picture sells me like I'm gone. So that first episode, even dialing back to when he was introducing himself before the girls came into the picture, all of the soundtrack that came along with it, I was
So
so.
the only thing, what all this?
No, see, it's not big grammar.
It's
No,
just
like,
for the
so like
soundtrack.
It was pretty.
I'm going to second
If you're a
that
music person,
because
you know
like
what I'm
most of
talking about.
the so I love music as well, and most of the music, good music that I know today, that I listen to today, I got to like find them on
From
reality
movies,
shows,
series.
mostly reality shows. But then, as I was saying, it's season 2, it's the 29th season.
So, why did you cry again? Why did you cry?
Where? Why?
Why did you cry? Nobody talks saying you felt.
It's not the music.
Because of the music, and that's what I said.
Yeah.
That, you know, when. Yo, that's the problem.
I know.
So just-
We understand. Oh God, yeah.
Continue.
It's the 29th season, and I wouldn't expect nothing less from the producers of the show. So yeah, I did like aspects of the show, like the technicalities of the show. I liked it. I liked the budget. They spent a lot of money.
Please,
God of God.
emphasis
But then-
on the a lot.
Yeah.
Let me.
But
even
then, like
check.
traditional shows, like based on the US, they splurge. Like you've seen The Challenge, you've seen Survivor. They would fly them to like an island and then do extravagant
this one- I
challenges
think this
where
one
they
they
spend
actually-
money.
they
And you know,
actually
they
did a
also
lot.
like have to go to their homes to film their B-roll content, do all of that.
And
You know,
most
it's
of
quite a
them are
lot.
actually not in the US.
They're not in the US. Yeah, you have to travel to wherever they are, or send a crew to wherever they are. And you know, I wanted to say something about what you were saying about them dating multiple people. I think that you can form several connections. I think love works in a very weird way, and the idea of the show is to beyond what we see. The idea of the show, I mean, when they started the show. 29 seasons, a lot of things have been watered down. But when they started the show, the idea was to find genuine connections on the show. Just like the first season of Love is Blind, we would see that most of their couples are together. But like moving like into the show now, season 5, 6, we're seeing that people are coming specifically on the show to get popular. That's why you can say that they're showcasing whatever business you're doing or their career path in the first, like once you're having your entrance, you are doing that. Usually, you know, you can sell yourself anyhow. Selling yourself shouldn't be that difficult, especially when you're on the show and you have a chance to speak and, you know, some form of like camera time, right? You can sell yourself. The idea of the show is to make an impression you're making an impression for the guy. You are trying to impress him. So it's really, I understand that now you're looking at the audience numbers and how you can sell yourself, but the main idea is to impress him. Ilama. Anyways, I wanted to speak about Bailey. Bailey was my favorite on the show.
So for the estimation, right, it's actually the 4th most profitable show.
Yeah.
And then they spend about $10 million to $20 million
Oh,
to
okay.
produce.
That's a good
Then
budget.
The production crew, I think per season, $3 to $6 million. The travel and accommodation, $1 to $2 million. The wardrobe, $100,000 to $200,000.
That's why that's why the
lot of
dresses are like
things.
that. Guys, don't be mad anymore. That's why the dresses are like
But they're
that.
great now.
There was a red dress. We don't speak about it, but there was a red dress.
But anyways, this is actually a lot, $10 million to $20 million. Having to know that this particular show.
A lot. That's a lot for a show.
Yes.
For a show, it's a lot.
10
For a
million.
show, it's a lot.
$10 million.
It's not a theatrical release. They're not paying
To
stars.
20. Let's just say 20.
Yeah.
Now let me bust your
$20
brain.
million.
The American system, the payouts for the American system is usually hourly. You realize that each episode spans about an hour 20, 30 minutes on an
Yes, an hour
average.
21,
You know that crew members that have to be on set for this long, either lodged or flown out from whatever state, from their state of residence to, sets wherever they're
Yeah.
filming. And you know that when I say hourly, it means that, for them to achieve like an hour on final cut, you know how many hours they would have had
Yeah.
to be, or
But the
they would have been on
salaries of
set
the
for.
production crew is not part
It's not a lot.
It's actually it's not part of this.
It's not part
not
of
part
the
of
10 to 20 million.
the-
Yes,
Yes.
that's
Yes,
just
it's not part
the
of-
amount they
this
used
is
in
just for the
producing
production
production of the
itself.
show.
But
So it's not
I
part
still
of it.
think that so crew members and also cast members
Cast members are
of
paid.
reality shows
Are paid.
especially in the US are not paid well.
Yeah, they are paid,
Yeah.
but they're not paid well.
Yeah, they're paid, but they're not paid well. Even the crew members as well.
Oh, no,
they're not
I'm
paid well.
just here to talk
No.
about the show.
Well, contextually, being paid well over there and being paid here, being paid well here doesn't apply. I'm not.
No, we're not talking
comparable.
about like
Do you get,
being
like,
paid here. We're
when
talking
you
about
say
being paid
they
in
are
the
not
US.
being paid well over there. They're paid okay, but
Well,
it's
did
not
they send you
well.
a message and complain that they are not paid well?
No,
It's
no, no.
online.
They usually
It's
just
online.
go
You
on a
can
SAG
Google.
strike or
No,
something.
It's,
No, chill.
So what I'm saying is, I'm not basing off of if they're being paid well from.
No. I mean,
Not from Nigeria.
okay.
it's
How
actually
do let
in
me
the US.
how, let me lead
And
purpose.
so what you're saying.
Okay,
So being paid well there is still not. They're not paid well.
but they are paid okay there
What they pay them is still not well.
So on a scale
for
of 1
them
to 10,
there.
on a scale of 1 to 10, there, what do you think like is they're not being like on a scale of 1 to 10?
The figure.
Yeah.
I can't really confirm that.
No, like on a scale of 1 to 10, you said they're not being paid
Yeah.
well. So what's the well on a, or let's say a scale of 1 to 5?
Well, either was getting number or do mistakes. Living in America is very, very expensive, right? Anywhere in America, guys. So, and I think that these guys are not paid well enough based off of how these corporations pay them. But that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about The Bachelor, not how crew members are paid in America. Sorry, guys. Go on a strike next week. Anyways, let's talk about Dina. Dina, the mean girl. She was mean from episode 1. Why? Why do you guys think she was mean? Unprovoked, because I know other people like became mean as the show progressed.
Yeah,
But
I
like
think-
from the first episode, like I think 30 minutes into it, she was proper mean.
No, Dina was not mean for the first episode for me. I'm not gonna lie. The mean. I'm trying to remember the name of the person who I thought was mean.
Zoe.
Was it Zoe?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Zoe was mean.
Zoe did a lot. So she actually
She did a lot. But like for the first episode, I thought like Dina was really, really mean. Like
probably something just provoked her, and most times when you're in a space with people that you do not know before, even if before the show they've been together, but people that you don't know before, and then something happens, you really do not know. Anything can just trigger anything. You could just get triggered by anything that somebody would actually do. So it might just be there. Someone like me now, if you do something, I can't hide it. You go see it from my face.
So you're a mean girl.
I'm not mean, but at the moment I might not be able
Yeah,
to
I
control
get. Yeah, I
what
get.
you just did, and that's all. So that was where you thought like she was actually mean.
no, but like it wasn't like I don't know if anybody had tripped her off at the time.
That's
but
what I
like
said.
she did like on multiple occasions I thought like she was mean. Do you understand what I mean?
Here's what I
I think
think.
it's Zoe.
I would always say, I've said this so many times. It
Yeah.
sounds jaded already, but I feel like a lot of contestants on reality TV shows, I don't know, you tend to think that other people are, around to be friends, The Bachelor is structured in a way that as soon as you walk into that house,
It's
every other
competition.
lady is your
Yes, you're competing with
you're
them.
competing,
Yes, it's competitive at that point.
it's highly competitive. So
When you say highly competitive, I want to ask a question.
okay.
Is the prize worth fighting for?
No, obviously, like
No.
see, they have
It's a man.
chill
It's a man. You can't say obviously. It's a
No,
man. A man is not worth fighting for. Yes.
on the show.
It's a man.
Okay,
It's a man
let me
still.
chill. I understand that you're
I'm a wicked feminist.
Yeah,
but this is not just from this is not just from me being a feminist.
It is a show. Now, organizers of the show have structured the show
like when
on the.
I'm going based off of what you said. Hold on.
Yes.
When you say highly competitive, that's why I asked if the price. When we say highly competitive, we have people going on shows to win $1 million.
Yeah.
Just
these
what I
people,
mean.
These people, the contestants, the females on this show, they do not look broke to me.
Exactly. So it's not even about
with
money.
Their profile, so
And it's not about the man too, because they have people that they're dating outside the show as
I've
well.
not
So
landed
that's
my
why they
points,
came on
so
the
it's fine.
show.
Yeah.
Can I land my points? Can I bloody land my bloody points?
You have a man.
Girl, I have to land my
like
points.
when I mean dating,
Talk.
they're not in a relationship, obviously. Like,
So can I?
yeah.
Highly competitive.
Yes, I was saying. Okay, go on.
I love the dynamic. Guys, I'm having so much fun. I'm having so much fun right here.
The competitive nature of the show is not really about the man. Here's the thing: whether or not the prize is the goal, we are competing to stay afloat. Now, the competition on the show wasn't particularly hinged on grants. You know how they were able to.
It was hinged on what?
It was not particularly hinged on how they were able to oppress themselves, how they were able to bully themselves by the non-verbal things.
I don't think
that's the competition.
How Zoe came and would always snatch grants from any other person that she was talking to. It wasn't really about Grant being the prize. Grant didn't like Zoe, but Zoe. She made a. He didn't like her. It was very clear. Grant
didn't like a lot of people.
He didn't like Zoe. Like I could tell from the get go.
Yeah.
Now,
and it was very generic.
Zoe
with most
made
of the
sure
cast.
that he was actually very generous.
Very generic. Very generic.
I said generous. Fuck.
Because you know that one time when Alicia came, I think Alicia was like the second person to go and sit with him.
The first person.
The first episode.
First
Alicia.
person, yes,
First person.
The first person that kissed him.
Yes, first person.
No, there was someone else before Alicia.
She was the first person. And the first person that said that I cannot kiss on the first date, and then you went.
No, Bailey took the first conversation.
Was it Bailey?
Yeah, it was Bailey. Bailey is my fave. So I wrote it down.
Bailey's my fave too.
Yes, I love her. I have a picture, guys, that I'm going to share on the show. Guys, I'm going to share this picture with you guys. You need to see it. It's a beautiful picture. It's the first selfie they took.
Very beautiful.
Yes, I'm obsessed. She's a social media manager, lives in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes.
I know a lot about her.
I don't
I'm
think
not a
she
stalker,
actually
guys.
had, anything to do with Grant at some point. But then
Yeah.
the thing about it is, if you cannot control yourself and you cannot what's the word? I think it's just control. I understand that. Okay, yes, we're here for a competition, but if it's in Nigeria, people would call all these girls loose without control. Like you literally said before going to meet this person. So for context, right? This particular show, we've been talking. Let me break it down. The Bachelor is where you have 25 girls or more, usually
30.
Season, usually 30, right? They are competing to get the spot of the wife for the Bachelor.
But now I get what you said. 25 people is wild, guys.
So the Bachelor is just the person, he's just one guy, and he's on that show to find a wife, to actually pick someone that he wants to get married to and then have children. And so his own goal is that he wants a wife and somebody that wants a family. He also wants to raise a family. So you have to have like the same goal.
Yeah.
Right? And they bring in different girls from different walks of life to come and compete and see which one at the end of the day he's going to pick which one. That's like under 3 months or something. He's going to pick the one that he actually wants. And you have 25 girls. It's just like when your father comes to tell you that, oh, my friend from Nasarawa, from Kaduna has a daughter, and you have to pick which one works for you. Like, oh, this person is kind, is nice, I think I'm going to select her. And then at the end of each episode, there's a ceremony called the rose ceremony.
The rose ceremony,
where you have to give out, if you have 17 girls, there might be 14 roses where you hand it out to the one that you feel like, okay, I think I still want to get to, I still want to get to know you more. And the ones that, I'm not feeling anymore, they're out of the competition. So that's just the way it works. And having all of these beautiful ladies, because all of them, they're fine, they're beautiful. And there are some
they're all beautiful.
They're all beautiful.
They're all beautiful. They're all beautiful.
There are some of these
We don't
ladies,
talk about women's looks here. They're all beautiful.
There's some of these ladies that they're doing more you are doing more so that this guy can actually see you. And we have Zoe, we have Carolina,
We have Bailey.
No, Bailey
Bailey
did not
did
do.
shit.
She didn't
I
do
know,
so
but
much.
we have Bailey still.
We
She
don't
didn't do
have
so
Bailey.
much. I know
Like,
Carolina.
Bailey was so insecure about herself. Like,
Insecure?
and-
No,
yeah,
I don't think
she
so.
was.
I
She
don't
No,
think
she
was.
was
so.
just being real.
I don't think
No,
so. She was
just
being
like,
real.
She's just there for.
First of all, that girl is freaking fine.
Yeah,
But she's like short, but like
There's
fine.
nothing
She's fine.
Yeah, she's
to
fine.
be insecure.
But no,
What do you
the
think?
fact
That she's short?
What?
Stop talking about people's looks, Jonathan.
No, honestly, the fact that we have people that are like
Stop
doing
bringing people
so
down by their
much,
looks.
so much just to ensure that this guy picks me. So it's just like you have two people, and then there's a particular guy. I'm going to do my dress like
Yeah.
this. I'm going to stand like this. I'm going to do like this, so that this guy will actually pick me. That's just what what the show is about. And what I do not understand, when they say when you have a group of females somewhere, nobody's actually looking out for anybody.
Yeah.
It's like really, really. I
Yeah.
know that if you're a circle of friends, maybe 3 friends, okay, we're friends. But in a situation where we are gathered to do something, and you have like, plenty ladies there. No, but everybody is one man for himself.
Yeah.
We're not.
Everybody's here for the prize.
Here for the price.
Essentially,
I
yeah.
understand, but you're not
Demand.
doing so much. You know that we are all trying to get to know this man, but why are you now going there and giving him lap dance and doing, doing a lot? But no, it wasn't good. There was a thing that Zoe did. You're now doing like the Oversabi first wife. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Where you have other people.
That's what they called us to do.
Exactly.
now.
And yeah, like,
No,
so
that's what they call
I
us
was
to
about
do
to, I was about to say it.
to come and compete. And
Yeah.
like compete. But we're trying to say, okay, this is how things go. But
It
not
can't
like
be
you.
fair.
Okay, so when I
everybody
said-
cannot go by the book.
So when I said that,
I know you come with your strategy, but that was too much. That was like so
too much strategy,
Faith.
right?
Faith. So when I said that I didn't like the show, there's actually like not entirely actually. There's one thing that I
should have
like
said that.
about the show.
Okay.
Right? One thing. That's how intentional the show is. And it's intentional for 2 things. One, it's not based upon how anyone looks. This guy is trying to form a really great connection. That's why I like Love is Blind too. Regardless of how, he can actually use that to base off of his decisions. But we can say like from the first episode, he gave everyone a fair chance.
Yes,
Do you understand what I mean?
grace, yes.
And then the second intentionality about the show is the fact that it's designed to be messy. So that's why I understand part of like what Jonathan said.
Yes.
We're not expecting 25 women to come to the house
And be pretty
kumbaya.
and-
No, that would
and,
not
you
work.
know.
Especially when they're fighting for a man. The world is designed in a way that outside of the Bachelor, men are the prize. So these women are coming into the show with a mindset that, well, these people are
you.
coming to the show with a mindset that they have to fight their way. And it's not. I'm very sure those women don't. I'm very sure those women don't think, hold me, hold me, hold me.
I cannot.
This
I can't like. Really, I'm so looking like that. Then I cannot. If it's for you, that's why I said in a situation where how would you find true love? That's
Yeah,
my
guys, I have
issue
a question
on
though.
that
Yeah,
show.
you said
Is it
something
not
about that earlier.
genuine?
Look,
Yeah.
listen. We've had shows, reality TV shows that are not The Bachelor, not even Love is Blind. I know couples have sprung out from Big Brother.
Yeah, couples have
Naija,
sprung up from
chill,
here.
let me land my
From several
point.
shows,
Let
yeah.
me land my point. Now, earlier you mentioned that 3 months is too short a while to find genuine love.
Yeah, I don't
Out
agree
of
with that.
25 women.
Out of 25 women.
That's what I'm saying.
I need you
In
to
a confined
chill.
space.
Listen, first of all, we're not get outside. But chill. The thing is, you think that Grant saw 25 women. You'd
Yeah,
be shocked that
he
he only
didn't.
saw 3 people.
It didn't.
And
Let me tell
22
you,
other women
Grant-
that were with 3 people.
I was just about to say that, and I have a question. In regards to that, when Grant's mom asked Juliana the question,
Yeah.
what do you think about her response? And before we even go there, based off of what you're saying, it was obvious that Grant had his top just from the first night.
From the first night, he had
Juliana
top
came
two.
with a cannoli, and then she was speaking Spanish
Yes,
when she
yeah.
got there.
And I was like-
It was very cute, and you could have seen that. That's how you make an impression. She didn't care about her work, whatever she came to showcase. She wanted to, and the only way to actually stay on the show is to make an impression to Grant. Make him want you to stay on the show, so you have more screen time. So you would have used your first entrance to actually impress the man as opposed to us.
The last two contestants, I did not actually see them.
No, I saw Juliana come in.
No, Juliana, and she didn't do so much. And
See,
Lizzie.
that's the thing. It wasn't about what they did.
Yeah.
It wasn't
about what they
anything they did.
It was about what
Grant
he
already
felt.
knew who he wanted.
So why was he that messing with Zoe, Carolina?
And now the thing is,
That's
How
what
the show
they
is
did so
designed.
much.
He has to
See,
mess with them.
I think these ladies are even very lucky that it's not a typical. Grant is not a
Playboy.
typical black American that we F up your feelings on the show and not give a damn. Like, he was graceful. He
They did that
gave
to
them grace.
Is it Carolina or Carolina?
So
What's
you're
her
grateful
name?
is
She
not
actually
a
started having
typical
feelings.
American black man
Like,
or an insecure white man.
well, there's that.
Yeah, there's that
as
too.
well. So he actually as much as he could treated them with grace.
He
But
did. His mother raised him
like
well.
you, I had a major problem with the kissing. Like if there was
No, but
Ebola,
that's how The Bachelor is
chill. Like
designed.
if there was
No,
Ebola or
it's too
like
much.
COVID or something.
Have you seen that part of Have you seen that part of Too Hot to Handle? Where they all have to kiss each other. Is it Too Hot to Handle? No, it's not Too Hot to
No,
Handle.
not Too Hot.
It's
Perfect Match.
Perfect Match. Where they all have to kiss each other.
Ugh.
Like
So
that's the thing too.
See, what I'm actually talking about is you have 25 women, amazing, beautiful ladies in a space, and it's the first day you are meeting them, and on the first day you are kissing 6 women.
I'm happy that you mentioned
not,
this.
Not the. I know at some point it was not actually not the guy initiating. It was from the girls, from the ladies.
Alicia,
So
no.
how?
Alicia,
how would you, like,
no.
how?
I'm saying no
on the first
because
day.
you should never go on a show and say that
And you don't kiss
I don't
guys
kiss on the first date,
date, and
and
then,
then
boom.
you go and you are
You're the first
kissing him.
person.
I know that he initiated that kiss, so but
No,
he did.
Did he?
He did.
They sort
He
of
did.
they did together like it was.
Yeah, but I think it was more from him because he
Like
did
he
like
leaned
he leaned in. Yeah, so I'm
And she
like
cannot just push him.
exactly.
But
I was
no.
saying no.
And then
Fresh lips like that.
Because we have Lydia
after
that said she wasn't going to go into the fantasy suite because she was unsure about what was going to happen in there. And she didn't want to do any sexual. She didn't want to have any sexual encounter with him. That's somebody that like is very
Stood
sure
her
about.
ground about morals
Stood her ground
and
about her
rest.
dignity. She wanted to. I said it. I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
You could have had more chances to kiss the man. You just said you don't kiss on the first date, and you went ahead and locked lips with him. What are
And
you
after
doing?
That, after that, you go saying that. Oh, I just said that. I wasn't going to
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
Girl,
please.
See, one thing, yeah.
I'm
We need
dying.
to understand that we're Nigerians. These guys were not raised like we were. You
Yeah.
know, our moral standards are somewhat even too high for us ourselves. Like we're
I
too
bet you know,
corrupt. No,
but-
true. We're too corrupt for our moral standards.
We are.
Actually, like
We are.
you think, oh, it's very high. We're not supposed to do this, but you'll be shocked at the things that actually happen in the down low. But that's on the side.
Yeah.
The kissing was not very. It wasn't a surprise to me, to be honest, because.
It wasn't a surprise to me as well.
Bro, these people kiss like on a steady, like it's nothing.
Exactly.
Like they kiss to know themselves better.
People have sex.
like
People have sex on Too Hot to Handle.
yes, like I need to.
Unprovoked, my love.
Like they just say,
You
Alpha,
still
should
don't
we?
get it.
Can
You
we
still
have
don't-
sex
No, no,
tonight?
you still-
And they're oh
you
god, this
still don't
episode,
understand
I've been
what I'm
pastor.
trying
This is
to
not what I
say.
think in real life.
You still don't understand what I'm trying to say. One man. Different.
You have a problem with multiple
It's
people.
just if it's like one partner, like one person, one guy,
A couple, a couple, up and up and down.
It's different.
Yeah.
But then there's just one guy, and then you have like the same. Like, are you not?
What if he wanted? What if he had to kiss them to know if
To
he
know
wanted
what?
them, or
Stop
if he
it.
liked the taste of their mouth?
Oh no.
Let me give you a true life. I'll be real life story. How did they call her? So the first ever kiss that I had like a long time ago, like when I was like 9.
I know they hear you.
My first kiss when I was 9. Her name, I can't call her
Sure, you
name.
don't forget.
Wait, I never forget. I know,
Yes,
say we did. Chill, Mama. She kisses. Is it a sweet kiss? You never kiss.
You be pastor.
Hey, you don't kiss. You don't kiss. Hey. Okay. What
Anyways,
is not true?
I don't kiss people, guys. I don't kiss people.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So I remember that it was a vigil in church. There's church.
Oh
Please,
no!
please don't
Can we?
do
No,
that.
no, no, no.
Yeah.
Hey,
Jonathan,
Hey!
Jonathan,
Wait.
Jonathan, I will not. I don't go to church anymore, but no. I
Wait
will not
now.
be a part of.
Can I
My
even,
father was a
like,
pastor.
land?
I grew up in
Why-
a church.
let me land my
This
point.
boy had his first kiss in a church.
It was a night. It was a vigil. Yeah.
Yeah, look at
Oh
me.
God!
Chill now. when
I'm
we
not.
kissed, yeah,
I'm not doing this.
I did not like the taste of what I was tasting. Like
At
there
what
was
age?
I was 9. There was
Please cut.
Please, can we cut?
See, if you cut this,
Can
you
we
will not
cut?
see me here next set. You will not see me
Please,
here.
we're done.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
Back
very
to the
much.
show, guys.
Yes. I don't want to hear it.
Wait, so you don't kiss?
I don't want to hear. Continue.
No.
Them. That's
See, look at this.
So, I wanted to ask you-
Yes.
The standard is high for this.
Continue.
Seniors.
I wanted to ask you,
Yes,
especially
yes.
you, because you know you're the woman here. Going into a show like The
I'm not even
Bachelor.
going there.
No.
Okay, continue.
I'm dying. I love this girl. Going into a show like The Bachelor, what do you think would have been your strategy?
I need water.
First of all, you're not kissing.
I'm not.
You're not kissing.
No,
I
not
love
on the
it.
no.
it.
But what would have been my strategy? I think if we were to go like on one-on-one dates, because they had one-on-one dates.
Yeah, it was
where you
very
get to
nice.
where you get to know where they get to know
I
themselves.
loved the
then
one-on-one.
talk
And there
about-
was that one
talk about-
date.
Which one?
That one date.
The one with Alex
Yeah.
or the one they went?
No,
to
the
Las
one we
Vegas?
talked about this morning. That one date. I don't want to mention it, but yeah, that one date.
But-
Please, I need somebody to do something nice for me. Close down
down
a
the
mall for me, please.
But yeah,
Please.
talking about strategies, right? I think is when it's during the conversation you get to understand what this person, who this person is, and how it's going to go.
Can you really
if
have a
end up-
strategy when
There's no
when the
strategy,
price is
actually.
a man? Like
There's actually
it is
no
what
strategy.
he wants that
And that's
he
what I'm
go
saying.
with.
It's
Yeah.
in the conversation
But, it's
that
strategy, but your
having.
strategy could also be to. So here is one secret that I don't talk about all
that
the
you
time.
have about
that
the
I
Bachelor.
have.
Okay.
Not about the Bachelor. Not that I have, but
You're
I just know.
spilling so much on this show.
I just
Please, no
know
more
generally.
spill.
Right?
You're spilling so
Should I
much.
keep it to myself?
Keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
No!
I will keep it to myself.
You're
But then,
spilling
like,
so much.
one of your strategy could be that you're going on the show specifically to get to know the man and then be the person that the man wants.
That's what I'm saying. In the conversation,
Sorry,
when you're
sorry,
conversing
that's the
with the
strategy.
person,
And be the man, the person that the man wants.
no, not
Yeah.
be
What
the
if he
person
doesn't-
that the man wants.
if he doesn't want
Because
to?
that means that you're not being yourself. You're not being real. You're actually.
We said
getting
they are
into
fighting for a
character.
prize
No.
now.
See, so the thing is, if I am me and you
yeah,
are
you,
you,
actually.
and
Yeah.
on the show, me being myself, and you're just there, and
I have
the
a
guy
follow-up
is
question
here.
though.
You have what?
A follow-up
Follow-up question.
question. Finish up, baby.
The guy Grant is here. I'm going to be my natural self. Whatever, if he says that, oh, I like a slim, tall, nice lady, I know that, okay, no, I don't fall into that
Love
position,
it.
right?
So would you
Because
leave the
already
show?
know- What am I?
I mean, someone self-eliminated.
I might not. No,
Oh,
I
yeah,
might
of
not.
course, but
I might
is
not
that
leave the
grounds
show.
to leave?
No,
Like-
that's not grounds to leave. But it could actually change if we're conversing. So most of the times, yeah, the kind of things that you like, your spec, you might not necessarily
Yeah.
end up with your spec.
Thank God
because
we're
Yeah.
yeah.
the
this
things,
word.
the things that they say, their character, the way they behave,
I used to have
might
a
be
spec.
everything.
I used to have a
Please,
spec.
we could make a talk.
No, I'm actually like, I'm going off of what you're saying. Like, I
Yeah.
used to have respect, but then I realized, like, very quickly that
Your
no,
spec
The
might
specs
not
might not
be
be
what you
spectacular.
actually need.
no.
Most
Wouldn't
times
work.
is beyond the physical thing and
Well,
the way you look, the everything,
Yeah.
the way you are, and your character. Oh, if I'm going to take you back home, to take you to my house with my sister, like I like the fact that when Taylor came in and then she said that, oh, you need, and that's Taylor, her sister.
His
Yeah.
sister,
When
yeah.
when she came to the show, and she said that, oh, you need to know anything, and then I think
I like the way
he
she walked
asked.
And she brought baby pictures.
I like the way she
You know,
walked
yeah.
in. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
the way she
But
walked
I-
in
but
was
I was
nice.
Who's that lady? Who's that,
But I
And
knew it was
if
a
she's-
sister.
if she was there to observe things like that, say, oh, let me take out one person. All of that thing. So just be yourself. Whatever conversation you're having, if it's not going, if you're like, oh, okay, I usually stay in Nigeria, you stay in the other side of the world. It cannot work, not near. Let everybody just.
But like, here's the
Okay,
thing.
so my follow-up question. Looking at who Grant is from the show and who you are, do you think if you were on this season, we're taking out looks now, just from the show, you obviously, like, we watched him have conversations, he's a good boy, a really good boy. Looking at him and looking at your personality and who you are,
You think that really much?
do you think you would have matched with him? Not even, like, to the end, probably,
Maybe,
like, survived a few rose ceremonies.
Maybe. Maybe Ep.7 and 2.
I'm obsessed with face, guys. I'm obsessed.
Maybe episode 1 and 2 or maybe 3.
Why? Why do you think so? Why?
I don't know. I might just, be great having like amazing conversations. And
What if he
talk.
wants to kiss you?
Boy, bye.
Ah,
Boy, bye.
really?
You mentioned spec.
Continue.
You mentioned spec earlier.
Yes, you did.
You notice how they almost never ever talked about their specs on the show? Do you think it was a scripted thing? Because
true.
to
Yeah,
be very
like, because of
honest,
the intention
if
behind the
Grant
show.
had mentioned that he was into, for example, Latinas, and in all the white girls, I feel like they would just automatically know that
Yeah.
they're being on the show is just a waste and they go. So that's one thing I liked about the orchestration of the show, how they all, including the ladies, never talked about their specs.
Maybe it was intended.
It definitely was
It was
because
intended.
as much as there were 25 ladies, like I mentioned earlier, Grant only saw about 3 of them, and through and through, by and by, as the episodes went by, it became clearer that there was somebody on site. And
Do we think that I'm saying we because I'm going to agree with whatever y'all are saying now with this one because I feel like you're going to say my answer. Grant and the final pick, which is Juliana. Do you think that
I
they
didn't
will
even
last?
like the way you said final. Why would you say final peak? Like she was the it girl from the first episode.
Nice,
you
that's
guys.
for you.
No, because of the
That's for
cannoli.
you.
Bailey was the it girl.
Ew.
Bailey.
Dude,
Yes.
Bailey, ew, that she was crying every time. Every time
Do you know what
Grant
happened?
knows I should be crying.
Do you know what happened? Do you know what I was thinking just now?
What?
I wanted to do the Bailey walk,
Ew,
but then camera can't
just
take all of
body
me.
sit
Yeah,
in
that girl,
couch.
she came in guns blazing.
Really? Is
I
that
saw
someone
it
else that's
immediately and I
Bailey?
said, face card. What's
Wait,
happening?
Pigsy Curl, Pigsy
Yes,
Curl.
yes.
Yeah, that she made
That
him
she
wear
gave
his
him the
wig.
wig.
Oh my god, so cute. I love
Yes.
so much.
Anyway,
Makes me giddy.
For Grant
And then he wore the wig
Juliana-
and he was very cute with it and he kept it on.
It wasn't cute.
So
actually.
cute.
For Grant and Juliana, I don't know if immediately after the show they get to
Have like an actual
date
marriage.
and not like get married immediately.
Get married,
right?
mhm.
Actually, get to go out and then spend time maybe for 6
So can I-
months. 6 months
Can I?
or so.
So the thing is, after filming the show, before that live show audience type thing, there was like a 4-month break after filming the show to when they came on the studio to do like the intro to who brought them on set and all of that. So they've actually had time to date.
Yeah.
Say what?
2 girls.
Two
No. I mean, if you watch the finale, you see that they are watching the finale from the studio.
Yes,
So they are in a live studio
Yes.
and watching the last episode.
Oh no, we're talking about the actual finale,
That's
not
what
that
I'm
one
saying
where
now.
he got to pick.
The
Yeah,
actual finale where he got to pick. After he picked Juliana,
Mm-hmm.
they've had 4 months of space before the live show where they came into the studio to introduce
we're
themselves,
talking
the
about where
couple.
he picked Juliana.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that even in the show,
I understand
even
what
on
you're
show, do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but what
understand
she's saying is she's talking about from.
No, she said-
so that 4-month break. That's what she's talking
No,
about.
she's saying she's wondering if they actually have had it.
Yeah, of course now.
So
In 4 months.
after the 4 months
Yeah.
now, would they get married?
If they want to get married, they'll
That's
marry.
they want to
what
get
I'm saying,
married.
that they still need more time.
They actually
to
do
get
not
to
need.
know
Marriage
each
is a
other.
very
Marry
strong
somebody
word.
in 2 months,
Like, to be
actually.
honest, I've seen couples that only dated for 3 months and they are good. You don't need 10 years to date when you are not Lord of the Rings.
But this is a different.
I mean,
scenario.
I was just about to say
This is a
something. We have
different
JP
scenario.
2025.
Oh, gross. I mean, not gross about Jesus. I sounded like a hater, but gross because they had 5 weddings. Disgusting. But whatever.
What's disgusting about 5 weddings?
He says,
What?
"Oh,
Hey,
love it.
Let's not even go there." Yeah,
It's how these ones are dragging
you
me.
want to tear my car?
I wanna like
You
5
wanna tear my
weddings
car?
unnecessary. Like
You don't get money.
imagine a breakup after
Finally,
now.
guys.
forbid.
Finally, guys. I don't know how I'm going to fit in here because these people are very chaotic.
I'm not
But then
chaos.
I
Like,
love-
I'm chaos.
You just dragged that shirt.
Like,
What do you
like,
mean?
Like,
What
borrow
do
that
you
one now.
mean?
Eh?
You're an Agberu. Not even a thug. Agberu is like bottom barrel.
Guys, he's fired.
Today's his first run shoot and he's fired. He's not going to be on here anymore. I'm going to talk to the producers and everybody behind the camera. He's fired. And that's a period.
I love it. I love these people, and I'm having such a great time just being here and talking about the
Of
Bachelor.
course you would. I mean, it's us.
Right, the big league, guys. I'm part of the big league now. Right. I have so much fun. I'm having so much fun here, and I hope to, be back and have so much more fun with the crew here.
We're not crews. We're hosts. Crews behind the camera.
One thing we love about Jonathan is his shade.
I don't want to laugh.
We love it, and
Just like last
we're sure
episode where you
that
dragged
you
me.
love it as well. Well, so this is the part where we tell them to subscribe, because we keep telling you to subscribe every time.
And
Go
you don't. You,
and
particularly
hit
you.
the subscribe button. I don't want to have to say this again. See, I'm too pretty for this, and I don't use my knees so much. So please, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us everywhere. The handles are on the screen. Make sure you follow us everywhere. Please do. And also turn on post notifications, because we will be dropping episodes every week.
Another thing is the full audio is going to be on Jamit.app. You can also get on there and
Yes,
listen to
that
it.
too.
And any other platform where you listen to your podcast. And we'd love your reviews as well.
Yes,
We'd love
send
your
them in. Drop
reviews.
comments on YouTube, on social media as well. And you can also find us as well with our
Please don't find
handles.
me. Thank you.
My producer is looking so cute, and the way that
Yeah, one time we're going to put her on here because we love it.
Everybody speak for yourself.